My name is Chuck D for Public Enemy. This is May 24th, 1995. Atlanta, GA, the ATL. I produced, wrote, and also rapped on the song Fight the Power for the movie Do the Right Thing, which came out in 1989. The Number, Another Summer, Get Down, Sound of the Funky Drummer. You know, Spike Lee directed the music videos Fight the Power after he made Do the Right Thing. That's right, because the movie was made first. Spike made the music video to supplement the outcoming of the movie. Spike actually made two videos for Fight the Power. One was the one with the movie clips, which I like the best. But then again, I also like, the vibe that Spike put together when he just got Bed-Stuy Brooklyn, involved. And that was a feeling that I guess, could never be duplicated because when he put that set in this big stage, he created an environment that really wasn't familiar to a lot of places in areas of New York. So Spike's instructing us in the beginning on what to do on the stage. Flavor wearing all green, blue jeans jacket, and we're on the stage doing the performance part. That's Monty Ross and Spike also instructing the S1Ws to do their thing on the stage. As you see, the Fight the Power with the logo on the left side and the Malcolm on the right side and the Fight the Power at the top, that was a backdrop that we definitely wanted to take home or take on tour with us because it was the first time we had seen the logo blown up that big when we didn't do it on our own. So that was really around the first time that the logo had really become the symbol. And it was a symbol that meant more than one thing. He's also instructing myself and Professor Griff in the middle of the street scene. This is like Flavor using the bullhorn to go talk. And, Flavor really enjoyed having that bullhorn up to his face, up to his mouth, because, he's an outside character. He's, the type of person that's, his personality is always on the outside. So you giving him some power on his voice so he can actually talk to everybody every day. All day. Flavor just, relish in the moment. You see that clock on Flavor's chest? This person that actually given it to Flavor, it was actually a big wake-up clock, and it was oversized. I think it was made out of a wheel well or something, but I don't know what happened to it. I think Flavor dropped it or it got stolen or something. That was something that really stood out in the video as being different. One thing you can always count on Flavor Flav is coming up with something that's outrageous. And I've known him for about 15 years, and then in an 8-year recording career. He never ceases to amaze me with the stuff that he will wear. Flavor carrying on as usual, showing his clock. He still has that clock to this day, and cracking Spike up. It's myself, Terminator X, who looks real slim. We all do. I'm about 6 years younger. Flavor wore a coat at that time and a clock, and Spike up in the middle with his Knicks hat. This is right before we decided to march on and do our thing. And matter of fact, Terminator X, the jacket that he's wearing actually was purchased. Matter of fact, him and Griff purchased similar jackets from Japanese school because we had just done a Japanese tour in May of '89. Spike had his brand new 40 Acres and a Mule jacket with the kente cloth sleeves and the leather sleeves, and he was just starting his merchandising company, and I was very happy to get one of those jackets. And what better for a person to take it to the next level than Spike? So I decided to wear something different. I wore a leather and suede Raiders jacket, a red Phillies hat, and I always used to tell people it's not the Pirates hat or the Phillies hat that I'm a Pirate fan or a Phillies fan, because I'm a Mets fan, but I'm wearing the P because it stands for public, and it's the color that's setting it off, and if it got a P, it's public for Public Enemy. As we were walking, the thing that was tripping me out is that there was a car in front of us and the crowd was coming from behind us. So as the car moved forward, in front of us, everything was cool. But the problem is that when the car stopped, it was like a small row of cars. When the car stopped, being that I was in front of the line, I knew that I had maybe about 1,000 people or maybe about 2,000 people behind me. So I was hoping that I didn't get crushed and hemmed up with that car as it stopped at the light as I was doing those lyrics. So I was really like, a lot of times people see me looking down in the video. I'm really checking to see that this car is keeps on moving in front of me, because it was very hard to stop the momentum of the people behind you, because it was loud. People was walking forward, and if the car never, had stopped for a long period of time, I'd have been hemmed up between the bumper and the crowd. Well, basically what I would have did is just jumped on top of the car if it all came down to that. So I remember that the most. But that's why if you see me looking down while I'm walking, I'm looking at the bumper of that car, looking out for my ass. So a tremendous crowd was behind us. Everybody wanted to, get their face shown, but also it was a feeling of pride and neighborhood strength and unity. And, I didn't know it was that many people behind me, but I guess occasionally you turn around, but I go at 5'9", so I'm not gonna look over everybody's head and see how many, how deep the crowd is. This scene was like actually shot in the beginning of the video when people had the big banner, and it was doing something similar to the civil rights marches that happened in DC back in 1963. So those signs that were going up, like the PE sign and Takes a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back sign, and it was like a total reenactment of a new vibe that was going down. And at that particular time, the pride and all that other stuff instilled in people. So everybody was hanging signs, and Spike wanted to bring the signs but also make them relevant to the time of '89. So I think in the beginning of the video I said, this ain't that 63 thing going down. This is a whole new vibe that's happening. So in the beginning of the video I actually came out and said, well, I thought that March in '63, for passive times, that was needed. But in 1989, it's going down real deep. I'm also instructing the crowd on what to do and trying to get the crowd hyped down a little bit, and also hyping them up here and there, giving instructions. I don't know, in the video, which takes place, I'm like, one time I'm on the bullhorn, and Spike had captured this part where I'm on the bullhorn, and I actually was looking at somebody else because I was receiving instructions from Spike in order to say certain things on the bullhorn to the crowd. Tawana Brawley happened to be at the video. Tawana Brawley is the system that accused her of lying about that she said that she had been raped where she was from by two white guys. And she was accusing the people of taking her and abducting her and raping her. And the system was accusing her of lying. So that was a big controversy and a big embroilment at that particular time. And it was the third straw that was happening in a whole bunch of incidents at that time. So Tawana stopped down at the video shoot. I think Brother Mike, who's also one of the S1Ws, actually invited her down, and she came down to the video shoot. So Spike created an environment. What better, a homeboy doing something for his hood. Hey, all props goes out to Spike.